Hello there. Good evening to all of my subscribers. I want to thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. And those of you who have not yet subscribed, I asking you please to tap that button that says subscribe on the right hand side. That way you won't miss any of my videos. I want to take this time to talk about a very prominent person who was a prophet who had passed away. Many of you probably already know by now, T.B. Joshua is the one I'm talking about. I never knew T.B. Joshua in person, but I used to be a follower of T.B. Joshua because I used to believe in the prophetics, but now I'm thinking differently. Anyway, I wanted to go and visit the Synagogue Church of All Nations back in 2015. I downloaded the app and I made a request online to how I can visit the ministry. And after about 2 weeks, I received an email with request that I need to upload a short video of myself and telling them the reason why I wanted to visit the Synagogue Church of All Nations. And I did that. Well, a couple months passed and I didn't hear nothing from them, so I called the ministry. And a young lady answered the phone and she said that, well, you just have to wait. You just can't come to visit on your own. You have to wait for us to get in touch with you. We'll send you another email and let you know when you can come to visit. So I said, okay. So I kept waiting and waiting, and probably around sometime in the middle of, probably was in June of 2015, I kind of given up. But I was wondering, why is it that I didn't hear anything else from the ministry? And I didn't know what really happened. So I started to feel really bad about myself and about the video that I uploaded and sent to the ministry. I felt that they was like mocking me, and I think that, okay, I guess the closest I'm ever going to get to scorn is to mock me to scorn. So I completely forget about it. I never thought about it anymore. Stopped watching the channel and just do what God allowed me to do. But anyway, a couple months later, it was still in 2015, I went to bed one night and I had this dream. And I tell you something, it's very strange. I dreamt that I was in Nigeria. Now, I'm not from Nigeria. I've never been to Nigeria. I'm from Jamaica. I lived in the United States. But I really wanted to visit the Synagogue Church of All Nations, but I guess now. So, anyway, I had this dream that I was in Nigeria. I dreamt that I was into a huge compound, and into this compound there's a huge gate that at the entrance of the compound. So when I got there, I entered into the compound and I looked ahead, and there was more like steps with railings on each side that looks like it lead to a restaurant or something like that, or a cafeteria. Now towards my left there was a guest house, and I was led towards the guest house into my room. But when I got to the room, my luggage was already there, and I don't know how they got there because I was not the one who bring them there. So I flipped the light switch and there was no light in the room. The room was dark. So I started fumbling around in the room trying to find a match to see if maybe I could find a lamp or a candle to light, and I couldn't find any. So I left, went back down the stairs, and then find my way into the first building that I saw that looks like a cafeteria. When I got there, I looked towards my right, and I saw T.B. Joshua sitting at a small table eating. Now, I was so glad to see him, so I rushed over to him and I said, "Oh, T.B. Joshua," and the moment I opened my mouth, he stood up. Now, I wanted to tell him that the guest room that they gave me had no light and I needed light in the room. But before I could say anything, he looked at me and he said, "You have to leave now." And I said, "Why should I leave? I've come a long way to see you." And he said, "You have to leave now. I cannot help you." I said, "Why can't you help me?" He said, "The Pope said I must not help you." I said, "The Pope? Why would the Pope said not to help me?" He said, "Look, you're making things worse. The Pope is here now, and see, he's standing over there and he's very upset." So I looked over and I saw the Pope standing there. He was wearing a long white robe, a cord tie around his neck, and on his head he was wearing one of those little red cap that the popes wear. So I got so scared and I rushed back towards the door, trying to get back into the building where my luggage is supposed to be so I could get them and leave, since that T.B. Joshua said I have to leave because the Pope instructed him not to help me. So on my way going back to the building, underneath my feet was so saturated. I just couldn't, I was walking very slow. My feet was so saturated underneath it. It's like I was walking in slush, just slush. And all of a sudden, I don't know what was holding back my steps, but something was. But all of a sudden, I heard a huge, like a boom. And then I heard people screaming, loud scream. And I looked back, and the scream was coming from the cafeteria where T.B. Joshua was eating. And they were saying, "T.B. Joshua is dead, he's dead, he's dead. T.B. Joshua plane had just crashed, and he's dead." Now I looked in front of me, and I saw at the compound entrance where I was led into the compound, there was large trees, and behind the trees I could see gray smoke going up in the air, and they said that is where T.B. Joshua plane had crashed and he died. But strangely, in the dream, I left him in the cafeteria. So anyway, I didn't understand the dream. I tried to figure this thing out before and I just simply forget about it. And that's where the dream ended, right there, when they said he died and I saw the smoke going up in the air. The dream ended right there and I wake up out of it. Now, I simply put it behind me, forget about it, never talk about it, until about 2 years back I went to a church conference up in New York, and I was telling a couple church sisters of mine about this dream. One of them said that she went to T.B. Joshua ministry and blah blah blah, she got healed. And I said, okay. So I told her my dream. She said, "Well, the person that you saw in the dream that says he's a pope that told T.B. Joshua not to help you, it was not that T.B. Joshua didn't want to help me. It was the devil that blocked me from going there." Now, I don't know what to make of it. But anyway, when I heard of his death, the dream just came right back to me like that. I'm like, oh my God. I saw him in my dreams in 2005. It's 6 years since the time that I had this dream. And lo and behold, he died. So now I'm trying to link what the Bible has to say about a pope and a prophet. But I couldn't find anything about a pope and a prophet. So what I found is I've got some scripture here that I want to go over about, let's see, the first one I have is Jeremiah 23 and verses 11. It says, both prophet and priest are profane. Yea, In my house have I found their wickedness, saith the Lord. Now, I don't know why I dreamt about this prophet and the Pope. I don't know, but this is what the Bible says. Now, I'm going to look at another verse here. Jeremiah 6 and verses 13. Let's get there real quick. Jeremiah 6 and verses 13. It says, from the least of them even unto the greatest of them, every one is given to covetousness, and from the prophet even unto the priest, every one dealeth falsely. Okay, I have one more, actually two more. Zephaniah 3 and verses 4. Zephaniah 3 and verses 4. Let's get there real quick. Zephaniah 3 and verses 4. It says, her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. And that, I believe, that's they're talking about the law of God. Now let me see. We got one more, Ezekiel chapter 22 and verses 26. Let's see what this is saying. Ezekiel chapter 22 and verses 26. It says here, her priests have violated my law and have profaned my holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, neither have they showed differences between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbath, and am profane among them. Now, I'm not casting judgment on anyone. I'm not the one to do that, but God alone. So I am going to stop here. I just wanted to share this dream that I had, that I saw TB Joshua in 2015 in my dreams, and he told me, I cannot help you because the Pope said not to help you. And shortly after he said this to me, I heard screaming, lots and lots of screaming from the cafeteria that I saw him eating in. And they were saying, oh, he died. TB Joshua died. His plane had just crashed and he died. And I saw the smoke going up into heaven. And he really is dead. Now, I don't know what to make of this. I just want to share the dream. And I just want to say thanks for watching and stay blessed. Christ is coming soon. We know that. We're living in very, very serious times. And I just want to encourage someone that if you have not yet given your life to Christ, please allow him to come into your heart and stay out of false doctrine. Stay away from false prophets. The true prophets of the Bible have been stoned and killed and massacred, and they're already dead. Okay? That's just what I have to say. That's just my words and the death of TB Joshua. And thanks for watching. You're encouraged to share this on other platform and share with your friends and your relatives and whoever you want to share it with. And thanks for watching and stay blessed. Thanks. Bye.